This is gonna be naughty.
Is HTK actually showing up?
No idea. Doesn't say he's online, so.
Alright, Side gave me the perms on the Alliance Discord. I think we're set.
Sweet.
Are we supposed to be meeting somewhere?
On guard
On guard.
right now.
Yeah, okay.
So on the first wall, or on the first roof, you don't even need to go on the arch. You can just morph, and then jump on the third roof, and and fly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just saw someone do it. Yep, like right here, and just fly.
Missed. Yeah, cause the arch to the roof is where I always have the problem.
Yeah.
Alright, there's death mark here already.
Oh yeah, they were already up on the spot earlier.
Who?
Death marked.
So that's the only way to get up to that corner, huh?
Can I get an invite, please?
There's no
Okay.
there's no other way to get into it when you're inside the castle.
So how do you get to, how do you bypass the arch?
But I'm trying to figure out.
You just jump off the roof.
Yeah, you jump off the first roof. That's it. You have to morph.
Flew too far.
I'll show you. So right here.
These are the people we have to kill.
So from here, you just morph, and then fly. You usually make it.
From up here, you said?
Yeah, it's like right here. There you go.
Shift and more.
Yeah, you have to morph, shift, morph, and then fly on it.
Definitely not.
I don't even think the lag will make it smooth for everyone. I'm kind of.
Fuck. Like, keep bugging out and missing the arch.
So once they breach the wall, where are we setting up?
Here.
On this first roof?
Apparently.
Yeah, this is where we posture. We defend, you know, the people flying over here, I guess. And then yeah, that's it.
I have a feeling there's gonna be a lot of people trying to do this.
Discord.
Should we go into the Alliance Discord for right now? Just to hear?
Yeah, just to listen. Yep.
Okay.
to talk, can you please mute your mic? There's so many people in here. Thank you.
Bees.
You could set permissions that no one can
we-
talk.
We
We
just
try
need
not to
to.
force people to do anything. Just kind of
Message
make
me
them feel
and
better
go.
about it. If you can do your due diligence and mute yourself if you feel like you're gonna be leaking.
Yeah, it's chill.
Or use push to talk.
I mean, if there's an emergency call to make and raid leads are down, just saying someone's pushing in from somewhere, I think other people could just make a very short call now.
Yep. The rule of
all
thumb
good.
is any call you make, keep it short and straight to the point.
We don't know who it is, so you can call people Reds.
Yep.
Yep, that's fair.
And then a number.
And keep it calm. Keep it calm.
Good luck.
I'm muting my shit when it starts.
I'm just waiting for everybody to get here because I don't think we have everybody here yet.
Oh, that's a conflict, boss.
Yeah, we're missing 40 people. Discord.
Hey, quick question.
Shoot.
Why did Turtle Dick just join the Alliance Discord?
He probably still has a link.
I was gonna
that's
ban him.
fresh.
Yeah, good.
Turtle Dick's from BT.
As well.
No, he joined Suboptimal and then bailed yesterday.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah, so he's banned.
Yeah, then get him out.
Who's the other person who just joined with
Rice
the...
Burn.
Burn.
It's a previous AI member. I'm assuming they're with Yokai now.
Yes.
Cool. Thank you for catching your own people. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I always check that channel just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my bad, guys. Confirmation, he's not with BT. Turtle Dick.
Yeah.
You could also
Add
you
him.
could also
he's
delete
not
old
fucking from
invites.
round here. Fuck that guy.
Come on now, get DM.
For any 49er fans out there, suck it.
Bro, come on. You had to go there?
So
everybody in Running Dawn should star Veeler, right? The leader, or for Running Dawn?
Gonna mark Frasian, Steve, and Wheeler.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll go over.
So we'll all
your
like meet up
primary
in the
shot
middle
callers
here.
here in just a sec. Don't worry about it right
Yeah,
now.
just a quick question.
Right, if
yeah.
you're a party leader, you're going to be making sure that you have your healers with your heart.
Yeah, of course.
And your primary tanks have the shield icon. If you want to put your other markers throughout, one note is that if you do see leaders, they will have rooks next to their name. Leaders and advisors. Feel free to put skulls on their head for your party. They are going to be primary targets. We do believe that once the event begins, there is going to be no changing of advisors or guardians or leaders. So you guys need to make sure that's a note to leadership. You are happy with who you have, where they're at. Because once it starts, there's no changing it.
Just a shout out if anyone's trying to mark Fist of the Noob, Speedwagon's leader, he is on the exploit location to the west side of the castle.
Okay.
So if
Yeah.
you're trying to mark him for your party.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that
West.
now.
Yeah, we definitely should do that.
Yep.
Feuds don't work, right? During this.
No, I'm marking.
should
it,
not.
yeah.
Marks might work, but
Marks
we don't
might
know.
work, but not feuds, yeah.
Mark's
Where is
working
he at
Dominion.
currently?
Mark's working Dominion, and I marked our own people during that tax distillery system, and it worked.
Perfect, okay. So we definitely want to have him marked at the beginning.
Yes.
Where's his location
I
currently?
don't see him.
He was at the exploit
On
location.
the rooftop.
Yeah,
Use
right next to
your
the-
astral to grab him.
yeah, he's trying
Yeah,
to jump up
right.
right now.
I don't see.
Yep, he's definitely still up there. Oh, he's at the very top. He fell down.
What's his name?
Fist of the Noob. You can feud him to make it easier to find him right now. Just flag him for your party with a marker.
We were talking earlier about like marking your guild leader. Put him as interest. They'll pop out pretty good for you.
They're marked by default.
All right, I got
One of my-
Fist marked.
One of my Dawn friends with fucking amazing internet stream for me.
I will. For you, Counts, I got you.
I have a question. So when this starts, does it kick them out of the castle? It does, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Only if they're in it. If they're in the Amatoy house, I don't think so.
But we're worried about an Amatoy.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we don't know what's gonna happen with the Amatoy. Some people might try to hide in their Amatoy house. at the start.
I'm pretty sure it'll kick you out, right? Like,
We don't know.
I think it would.
I think it will too.
Dumb, dude.
I don't know if it will because in Dominion you can do it.
Ah.
We really have to like prevent them from getting that golem that they can just walk onto here with.
Oh, Frost made a good point. Everybody that is a guild advisor or above, please buy the golem stones if you can. Buy a bunch right now. Buy all the guild supplies. If you don't have that, please do that. Okay. Dawn's gonna buy some too, just in case we lose the throne, because then we can cap the golems if we lose the throne.
I'm running it right now to do that. Mike, please.
I don't know.
Someone's got their kid coming through.
It's on rat duty.
Steve, where can we buy those?
I'm buying them right now. They're at the guild merchant inside your base. Guild supplies merchant inside the guild base.
Bees, do we need some of
Yeah, I'm
these?
gonna go buy some then.
You just need the,
I'm heading
the
there
golem
now.
slate, and yeah, you guys need all the golems and stuff. So I'm getting some as well. That's the only way you can call them.
Llama.
I need to be on top of repairs on the walls as well. I'm gonna be spending all of our guild resources.
If we can actually repair during the castle siege, we don't know for sure.
No, I know. Should I just grab 2 of each, Steve, or what do you think?
I'm getting them right now. I got 10 of each.
Sorry guys, I wasn't here. I was a little bit after. You guys said the guild golems stone. What is it?
No, I was just gonna message you in guild.
Steve, don't we all need them, or is it fine if you just have them?
Everybody or no, we don't all need them. We just need to have them.
It's
It's like a flag.
it's guild supplies. Everybody does not need them.
Okay.
So it will pull from the guild supplies. If Guardian and above will expend the resource from the guild supply.
To clarify, every guild needs them, but every guild member does not.
Correct.
Every guild that's in our alliance needs to make sure they have a stock of those.
Correct.
Thank you.
All right.
Anybody got eyes on Fist still?
Yeah, he's currently at the roof that is next to the exploit, the closest roof.
All right, we have 236 on.
Alright, I'm back. I'm in.
Hot miking.
Okay, I'm gonna go over. Are we waiting for more people? Should we start?
We have 236. We can get started. Let's go ahead.
Yeah. A couple of things. Actually, leaders, can you go through and prioritize getting your pins down? Let me know, and I need a confirmation from every guild that they have their pins down. You should have a total of.
BT's good.
You should have a total of 13 pins.
13.
Yokai's good. Yokai's good.
Okay.
Suboptimal's getting them down right now.
Sounds good. I'll hold off. Steve, regarding exploits, I think this is the time that we just tell everyone of what we know. Yeah?
Good. Yeah. Go free.
Did you want to watch something or
Did you want to do it?
Yeah, I can do it. We're gonna go over all the pins really fast.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna talk about. We're gonna lay everything on the line now because it's at this point it's point of no return.
Cool. Okay. Let me know suboptimal when you're ready.
All set.
Excellent. Alright, starting from pin 1 to pin 4. These are all of our golems. The battle carrier golem is on pin 1. That spawns 5 minutes after prep time's over.
Everybody open your map so you can follow along.
Yep, everyone needs to be. And once we get to the inner wall, I want people following and looking. I want everyone knowing where these are. So once we get to 5, we're going to be following along and running to each pin. And so everyone knows what's going to be happening. So if you want to prepare yourself, you can get to 5. Pin 2 is the gate hammer. It spawns 10 minutes after prep time is over. 3 and 4 are both immediate spawns that once the prep time is over, our alliance will be teleported out. Those will be our primary targets. First off, we will be going for pin 3 is the Stone Crasher. We are going to try and hold that immediately. We will then be prepping to get pin 2, which is the 10 minutes. We do expect that Speedwagon and Team Solid may be fighting on 1 in an attempt to focus on getting the battle carrier golem. We do not know for a fact. We do expect that they are going to try and use both any exploit available to them. And we will talk about each of those exploits as we go. So starting at pin 5, this is where the gate can be broken down. And if you look over basically where the pitons are, you can see sets of 2, 1, and 2. If you're looking inside from the inside angle, looking outwards, you can see that there's a pin 2, 1, and 2. The one piton is the gate. There's 2 pitons on each side of the gate. You can get up and be shooting from the high ground. That is going to be our primary point for long-range players. Are going to be on the wall by 5 on the high ground. Frontliners, there's going to be a lot of AoE. We're going to be practicing getting pulls. We are not pushing out. We're going to be holding chokes. For that knowledge as well, keep in mind that the pitons that have 2s on them, those walls can also come down. We will have to be playing whichever choke becomes available. If more chokes are open and they are flooding through, that is when we will start working our way back. And we will be making sure that we're holding different chokes. But going back farther, there's a couple of things that we need to address. The first one is Battle Talons. I believe Battle Talons and Yokai are going to be holding the left side primarily.
Blood Talons.
Blood Talons, thank you. Blood Talons and Yokai, is that correct?
Yes.
Correct. That is correct.
So if you come over to 6, you can stand on the wall to look over at 6. 6 should be on the roof. I see suboptimal. Some players are already, and some Blood Talons are already on the roof. If you look over where Haggard, Gripson, Vanta, Fang are, this is where one long-range player needs to be. Or excuse me, one long-range party needs to be at all times. They are shooting anybody that is flying and knocking them straight out of the sky. It is more important for you to stay alive and knocking them out of the sky than it is for you to be trying to focus on killing them. You need to be targeting people and making them drop early as they try and fly across. So a party needs to be able to fully get over here. Not everyone is going to be able to get to this one because it'll take too long for everyone to go. I want Blood Talons and Yokai, if you're able to get to the next exploit location, it is going to be jumping from the top of this building, or if you jump all the way across, you're trying to get where Death Pocket and Demape and other players are. You can also jump over and try and fly to the other buildings, but basically you're getting to the other side of this, not where the lower building and the upper building. You're then running over to where point 7 is. That is going to be our primary position for having Greatsword SNS and Greatsword daggers. They are going to be using collision to knock people off as they attempt to jump on the invisible wall there. And they are going to try and focus on just knocking people off, staying alive, and killing them. If you need to run over, it's going to be all the way 7. It's going to be on the back side. If you've been there before, you know that there's a book that's hidden tucked away on 7. It's this little wall that's over here. I am a little concerned about the Amatoi. We just don't know how that's going to work. And I imagine they have that fixed, so it's not a thing. If you want to try and figure out how to do it, that's fine. You can get up there if you want to try and be on the building and try and do it. Primarily, because the invisible wall is pretty tough to try and jump onto over on 7, you're just trying to collision them and you're trying to CC them so they cannot get onto the invisible wall. That is 2 parties that are needed. That is one for long range on 6. That is a SNS dagger and greatsword combo over on 7. Okay, we're rotating over now to 8, which is going to be the sewers.
And real quick, while we're talking about this, Blood Talons, Yokai, you guys are going to be covering this side of the castle because we're splitting the castle in half, and I'll show a visual of that in a moment later. But Blood Talons, Blood Talons, you don't need to commit a ton of resources to the exploit off the rip until they bring like a carrier golem over and they try to overwhelm it with a bunch of numbers, and then that's when we make the call to pull you guys back in to defend it.
Correct.
But in the beginning, you'll need one party there, maybe not even any at the rip because they're not going to be there that fast. We want to make sure we have the numbers light there because we're going to need more people out front.
Okay.
Sewers is outside
For
the wall,
those
right?
that are looking over at 8, the pin is inside. This is why I want everyone to know where this is. So it's not above the stairs.
It's
you need to
below.
go below the stairs. Everybody should be standing right outside of 8, and you have to actually go inside this little tunnel. This is why this is important to know where it is. You have to go inside the tunnel, and you can see that some people have already practiced with the rats. You can target the rats once they are live to teleport across. This is going to be a long-range team. This is the primary way that we're going to funnel in our secondary alliance to funnel in. They will have one person, 1 to 2 people. We have them in commander comms. We are only allowing one of them through at a time. That is to prevent them from potentially opening any levers. Whichever team this is going to be here, this is going to be the team that is cleaning up the rats throughout, but also going to be listening to our shot caller, primarily Steve. I'm going to leave that to you since you will be having less stuff going on, that you will relay from commander comms when they are at the gate and what emote they need to do to get through.
Yeah, Don will be covering sewer. We'll assign that momentarily, but Ren and Don will be responsible for making sure no one gets through sewer.
Okay,
And again,
let's go to 9.
we're gonna have 2 parties there off the rip, unless we need to enforce it with more. But it'll be a 2-party job in the beginning.
And we're heading over to 9. One thing as a sewer note, you need to be careful not being too close to the gates. You're trying to kill all the rats, but you're also avoiding being a target. Everybody, if you need to get to 9, you're going through the primary entrance, which is going to be the bridge. I'm actually going to add another pin to this just to have it be, it's going to be pin 14. Actually, if you can delete pin 13, I'll just send another picture. I'm going to have this be a 1 choke, and then the castle be another choke. I'll send another picture here. We're going to 9. If you need to go to 9, you're going through the primary gates and you're going to the high ground using the pitons. I'm sending another picture here in the channel to change 2 pins. Both 13 and 14 are primary chokes. Alright, so pin 9. This is another long-range team that is going to be holding this position. There, if you look straight across, there is a tower. You see towels that are tied to it. This is another exploit. If you have a high enough level glide, you can go up all the way to the following those little towels, like they're like Aladdin trampolines or the rope that goes all the way across. If you look at the tower where that rope is tied to, where Slinkers is, if you're looking across, Slinkers is standing on top of it. They can go all the way up to that rope and stand where Slinkers is standing, and if they have a high enough flight, they can fly all the way across, and they can jump up. Long range job is going to be knocking anybody who has that flight that is high enough. All right, I don't want anybody else doing it, though. That's the last person to do it. Thank you for showing Slinkers. That we are knocking them straight from the air and making them drop. This is going to be another spot that we need to have long range holding. We're pulling back out. Everybody out. We're going to 10. 10 is the next sewers. This is another spot where we will need to be killing rats consistently. If there is a large group, this is where the sewers team is going to be communicating if a rain is needed. This is going to be the inner wall. This is where we're going to try and stall for as long as possible. This is where teams need to be communicating with each other and telling them, or either it's your in party, or you're going to be. I was just looking at credit. Credit's following us. That's fine. Okay, let's go ahead and go to...
Llama, this will be your time to shine here, Llama. We want to preserve rain until we're pushed back to inner, so we have less areas we need to defend. So we want to save it until we're pushed back to inner wall. Depending on when that happens, we'll make that call for you. So Llama, make sure you're able to do that safely.
I want everyone outside really quick, because I want just to put pressure on Speedwagon that we might know something. I don't know. Everyone outside of 11. Outside of 11. And I want you guys just spread out over here. Oh, here they are practicing, I think. Oh no, this is just sewers. Somewhere from sewers to 11, there's some kind of exploit that we've been told. We don't know how it's done. We don't know if it has to be used utilizing the siege golem, which we suspect that is the case. But from the outside of 11, on this wall, there's some way for them to get to the high ground wall and potentially push into the inner walls, whether it's jumping off of this wall. We don't know how it's done. but we need to make sure that we are watching this outside wall, or if you see players that are pushed up on the wall, somehow, like know that
Are
this
we talking
outer-
about the jumper golem that can get all the way on the roof
Nope.
of the castle?
Nope. There
Okay.
is some
exploit.
there's some way exploit that
Okay.
you can jump on these walls to be able to get onto this outer wall that's connected to
so
11.
something
Something on the
entirely
east
separate.
side of the castle where they can glide into the inner wall, basically.
There's just some way, we don't know
Okay.
how, we don't know what it is, but there is a way to do it supposedly. All right, everybody back inside 11. I also wanted everybody standing out there, so then we show that we know something is going to be on over there, so they're less likely to use it. Okay, this is a really big thing right here. There is going to be an advisor from every single guild in our alliance. I need you guys to choose who that is now, but you're going to be watching 11 and 12. These are the no-no square zones. If you go near 11, when there is a fight going on in the inner wall, you will be kicked from your guild and you will be killed on the spot. Again, if you aren't sure where that is, I want everyone to look on 12 and look right in between. I'm standing in between two levers on 12. I'm in red, I'm jumping up and down. If you come near the lever to my left or right, you will be kicked from the guild. I don't care who you are, I don't care how long you've been with the guild. You will be kicked from the guild and you will be killed on sight. These are two levers and there's another set over on 11. There is no reason for you to be near these levers. There's no reason for you to be near either one of these levers or in this area. The only reason you would be near 11 is because you're expected that you would be opening it for the enemy. Again, I'm repeating this one more time. Advisors, if you are unsure how to kick someone from your guild, you go to G, you find their name on your members list, and you hover over their name once you find them, and you expel from guild. You will be expelled, you will get no lucent, you will get nothing if you are expelled in the middle of battle, okay? No one should have to worry about this, because no one here is a spy, and we're all going to make sure we stay away from these levers, but this is not a joke. Advisors,
That's what a spy would say.
That's what I'm saying, right? So, again, you will be kicked from the guild, and you will be killed. You will not be allowed to get any lucent. You will not be allowed to be back. Maybe you can make an appeal to your guild later on. During Castle Siege, if you are near either one of these levers, you will be kicked and killed. If you have a question, tell everyone in your party. If you're in your party, I want everyone typing it in your party in case somebody's not paying attention to me talking and rambling. Type in your party. If you go near 11 or 12, you will be kicked and killed. Okay, if you're seeing this for the first time and you're looking at your chat and you're like,
Hey,
oh, what is he saying?
Quick question though.
Yep.
You said we might have to defend 11 or 12. So how do we? Sorry, I may be retarded or whatever. But like, how do we defend that? Like outside here by this gate. Maybe I'm just a little lost.
We ideally will not have to go through there. We're gonna have to play that by ear. We're not gonna be playing on the outside of 11. This
Copy.
is just you're just
So
gonna
just
be
stay the fuck
watching
away
that.
from this area.
Yeah, and honestly, nobody should be
Yeah.
back here in the back anyways at the beginning for the first half of this fucking siege anyway. So everybody should be either in the castle past the inner wall or outside of the castle fighting for siege golems. There should be nobody back here. The only people that are gonna be back here are our advisors for each guild. It's
And you're
gonna
going to be watching for the sneaky boys.
Yep, we will be watching. And these gates will be shut the entire time unless there's a call to where we need to make a play to stop something from happening, but we'll call that in the moment. We are keeping these gates closed otherwise, so really nobody should be here anyways. But another good thing to call out, Creation, I don't know if you're going to call this out, would be the respawn point that we're standing next to.
Correct.
Good.
This is going to be our primary. This respawn point is super important. If we end up getting pushed out of the castle, all of these respawn points are essentially going to be our way to stay grouped.
Can you leave form so I can mark you, please? Crazy.
If you need to mark me, I am standing over by 11. This is primarily for suboptimal and dawn parties.
Thank you.
We are going to be rolling together during the beginning, and we will be rolling in our comms. So Pike is going to be secondary shot caller if you need to know where he is. Ideally, Pike, can you just say hello again so everyone knows if you don't know?
This is Pike.
That is the secondary voice that you'll
Is
be
he at
listening
11
to.
or?
Hi, Pike.
I am. It's Thane in game.
All right, I want
Like, can you
to.
drop a freestyle?
Okay. Hold
I
on.
want to emphasize the importance of this respawn point that we're standing next to, guys. This respawn point
Freestyle?
back here behind the gates that we were just talking about, don't touch. This is the make or break for this castle siege. If we lose this respawn point, we lose the siege. This is to be held at all costs. We cannot lose this point. Speedwagon wants this point. That's why they're trying to do everything they can to inside us and try to open these gates. This is why we're so adamant about 11 and 12 staying closed the entire time, because you can't siege those 11 and 12 locations. They can only be opened by someone opening them. So there's no siege potential there. This is our fallback. This is our fallback rendezvous if they take our inside of our castle and take respawn 1 and 2, which they most likely will. And we'll fall back here and we'll regroup here and push out. But we have to hold this part here at all costs. If we lose this respawn point, everybody besides running Dawn will have to respawn all the way outside in fucking no man's land. And getting back here will be a bitch for you guys. And you'll lose a lot of people getting back into the castle. So if you don't want to make that trip to no man's land, you must always, when we call for respawn point 3,
Hello there.
full send into respawn point 3 and take this shit back so we can get our boys and girls back in the fight. This is literally the fight here.
So is the respawn just available?
The respawns come in waves, actually. So the respawns will come in waves. If we own the respawn point, it'll be available for the entire alliance, and then you'll be able to respawn. And it'll have like a timer, and then after, kind of like when you die to a field boss in Peace, how you're sitting there for a second. The same thing. You have to wait a few seconds, and it'll release you, and you can get back into the fight.
How do the priestess and death timers work in this?
I am not
The
sure.
death timers are like waves.
Waves,
once
yeah,
you
yeah.
die, they're going to be a timer that counts down, and it'll always be counting down. And you're going to be sent out with a large group of people. It's essentially like, let's say I die, and there's 10 seconds left in the wave. I have to wait 10 seconds, but then it counts down 10, 9, 8. Wait, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and then Pike dies, or Thane dies. He gets to respawn in 5 seconds. I respawn in 5 seconds. It's a wave system. Does that make sense?
Steve, do you want me on my static, normal static
Specifically
with
outside
yokai?
again, though. I'm not
Or do
positive.
you want me somewhere else?
No, it's fine. You can call rain from anywhere, so it's totally fine. Flammy, we just need you to be attentive when we need to make that call, because initially we're going to be separate comms from yokai, so we won't be able to tell you, but we'll be able to spread that through C-comms. Hopefully we won't need to do that initially, and we'll be able to last a lot longer than having to get everybody back together. But when they push us to enter and we have to protect this respawn point 3, that's when we would call rain out when they're making their push, and so we can lock up a spot where they can attack us from.
Perfect.
And then if they do push us to enter, the exploit is going to be open to them, so we have to have people ready to receive them on the exploit, because they will put summon gates on top, and then they'll fly down and swoop into us. As long as we protect respawn point 3 and wait out the summon gate, we should be okay. And then that's when we need to have our summon gates available too, because once they push us to enter and we get full wiped and get pulled all the way back, that exploit will be open to them on the Blood Talons yokai side. So we got to be ready for that, and we have to be able to have our summon gates ready. So don't blow summon gates early, don't blow resurrection stones early, don't blow any of that stuff early until it's called for. All right, go ahead, Crazy.
Should we have someone test Amatoi House?
Our group will be in the wall, so we won't be able to test it unless we use someone that's external. Like we could have Calons do that if you wanted to.
I do have concerns that they are going to, like, Zemph is a guardian for Speedwagon. I do have a concern that they'll be able to, that they're trying to set the Amatoys spawn here so they can just immediately capture it, and then when they die, they're all dying straight into the respawn 3.
That would be so fucked.
I've got an eye on Fist. He's on the rooftop right before the exploit, so I'm just gonna try to keep an eye on him.
Sorry, quick question about 12. Steve, can you reiterate? I mean, so if I see Red trying to open the gate, I should not intervene?
If you see a red trying to open the gate, absolutely kill them. But we should not be sitting. Our guys should not be sitting back here at all at the beginning of the fight. So I shouldn't see anybody from our alliance back in this area until we get pushed all the way back to our inner gate here, and that'll be a call we make.
Touching any of the levers, kill them.
Yeah.
If you see anybody touching the levers, kill them. And ideally, if it's an enemy, you're killing them quickly. if it's a friend and you see them going to the lever, someone in your guild, and you have like a pull, whether you I think it's a bow move that has the pull, or maybe it's staff. I can't
Staff
remember.
move, yeah.
The
Staff.
staff.
They have to be in your party though.
You can pull them off if they're in your party. There should be no reason any of us should be going to lever unless it's specifically calmed by me or
Quick
some
question.
other primary. Go ahead.
You're not telling us to specifically stay away from the lever because you have someone inside who's going to open it for the opposing guild because you're a spy, are you?
Are you talking about me? Yeah, I'm totally ready to throw something after all these hours.
This diabolical plan, dude. What a twist.
Speed offered him $5,000 to do it, bro.
If
the lever gets open, can it be
I
closed?
mean,
Yes, it can be.
$5,000, bro.
Hey, can I ask a question?
Sure.
Rage shot is in the center plaza. If for party leaders, mark him.
So this potential glitch with the Amatoys, can they do this right away? Like, if it's active and they can use it, is this something that they might try right at the beginning of the fight? And if they,
my concern, but
okay, and if they okay, so if they can, I mean, obviously, right as the fight starts, they're going to be watching this area, and if no one's here, they're going to be like, okay, they're all gone, and then they're going to try and use it. Should we not have a couple of parties like ready to swoop back in right when it starts to make sure that they're not doing it?
Or an Amatoy party.
Yeah, I do think that we should. I'm tempted to have. I'm trying to think of what is the fastest way that we could do it. Is there a high point somewhere here with a piton that we could like? Because I'm thinking, what if we have Steve's party stay back here, and just monitor the advisor parties stay back here and monitor, and then if there's nothing that comes, then you hit these pitons and you just jump off to your death, and then you can respawn outside. That's the only thing that I can think of. Is this high enough?
Yeah, I will say this for the way I want to do this, Crazy. If everybody's overly concerned about respawn point 3, we can all literally start here and then just run.
Push out.
Yeah, push out together here. We'll start. We'll be a delayed start to get in, because it will take them a second to get in there anyway. So we just need to get everybody in their positions as fast as possible. That means you guys got to get out of the castle as fast as possible through the front gate, preferably. And so advisors and guild leaders that can do summon gates, your life is extremely important, especially when we get pushed back into the inner wall. You guys will need to play very carefully and ensure you guys survive, so that way we can get summon gates in.
Okay, real quick, I want every party to know their job. So for the sewers for Dawn, who is the party that's going to be on 8 when the time to be watching 8?
We can watch number 8.
Deciding that now, or?
We need to have all of this decided before.
Right,
before.
yeah.
Okay, so are we volunteering?
Steve, do you want to have your party do it, or you want to have them out?
As far as, I'm sorry, what's
I need a long range party to be
on sewers?
The sewers.
I'm looking through our roster here real quick. Give me 1 second.
Okay, same thing for Blood Talons.